Um, We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Please join me for recital of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Carol Sue.
Mayor Franklin.
Here.
Chris Armstrong.
Here.
Ron Miller.
Present.
All members are present and accounted for. Approval of minutes from the December 12th, 2012 meeting.
I would make a motion for the approval of the minutes of the December 12th meeting as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims in the amount of $574,702.05.
I would make a motion for the approval of the claims in the amount of $574,702.05 as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Have some of our department heads here. All right. Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It passes on a vote of 3-0. Amy, you're welcome to come up here if you'd like. We reserve that for you. Okay. All right. There are no licenses to be considered. Are there any changes to the agenda?
None.
No.
Hearing none. There's no old business. Under new business, Fire Department, we have a request for promotion of Brad Shively. I'll read the letter. This is from Chief Strong. I would request the Board of Works and Safety approve the following promotion of Bradley Shively to training captain on Sea Trick. Brad has been a member of the department since May 4th, 2002. He's a firefighter 1 and 2, EMT, hazmat technician, rope rescue technician, and former U.S. Marine. Chief Strong's here if there's any questions for him. Mark, this is filling a vacancy that occurred when somebody else was promoted, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I'd make the motion that we approve the promotion of Brad Shively to training captain on Sea Trick.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All right. All in favor of the promotion of Brad Shively to training captain, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It passes on a vote of 3-0. Also under new business, we have a contract with NDOT and the City of Logansport that needs to be considered for approval. Chris, can you just give us a brief overview of what this is about?
Yes. This is another Safe Routes to School. This will include over by Fairview Elementary, and the total amount, if I can find the right tab, $246,158. The city will be reimbursed 100%. Mm-hmm. And do you have any other questions?
That's all I have. Is there any discussion? All right. All in favor of approving the contract with NDOT for furthering the Safe Routes to School program, please signify by saying aye.
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 We don't have a motion.
Oh, I thought we had a motion. I would make the motion that we approve the contract with NDOT.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion now? All right. All in favor of approving the contract with NDOT, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Passed on a vote of 3-0. This may take a few minutes, so I'm going to ask to change the order of the Board of Works meeting this morning. And at this time, I would ask Steve Sullivan to please stand. Yeah, you won't have to come up. But for those of you who don't know, Steve hired on the fire department February 22nd, 1981. And this coming Friday will mark his actual last day on the job. And for that, Steve, I wanted to recognize you. I stopped by the station this morning to congratulate you on your retirement, but you were already gone. And wanted to get you down here and thank you for your 32 years of service and wish you luck in your retirement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. And then also, at this time, I would ask Captain Rob Grisey to come to the front. Okay. For those of you who are not aware of this, Captain Grisey, congratulations. Captain Grisey was nearby on a day. I'm going to read the certificate of appreciation as it's going to be presented to Rob. This is presented to Captain Rob Grisey for his quick response to a traffic accident that occurred on October 12, 2012 during his off-duty hours. Captain Grisey performed emergency medical attention to the mother of a Kokomo firefighter. She suffered a broken ankle along with other injuries that occurred in the accident. Captain Grisey splinted her ankle and stayed with her throughout the entire ankle, providing her with care. His quick response to the emergency situation was greatly appreciated by the Kokomo firefighters and is commendable by the city of Logansport. Thank you very much, Rob. All right. Having said that, I know all you folks do a great job. We've had, it's been a pleasure for us. We've had 3 instances this year where we've had some of you fellows come forward for doing the job that you enjoy so much, and we just want to take every opportunity to recognize you when you do something like that. But it is truly above and beyond, and we appreciate it very much. Okay, building commissioners report.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Submitted my report to you this morning, rather late, apologize. If there are no questions about the information at this time, I'll move on to new business. I'd like to request that the board approve the city to clean up the fire damage debris left over on 212 South 6th Street. As I explained in my information to you, we have, in my opinion and by direction of the city's attorney, filed public notice. We filed a public notice in the local newspaper. We filed repeated public notices, notices to appear via certified mail, by regular mail, and by also publication in the paper as well. I have talked to the owner of the property, his local property manager. On December 11th, I had a conversation with the property manager. He informed me that the owner had been told he could not go on site to do an evaluation, get an estimate to clean up the debris. I informed the property manager that that is untrue, that he has full access to the site. It is his property and he has a right to be there. Before I did that, I did confirm with the fire department. They had concluded their investigation, so they had closed out their investigation. I gave the property manager a directive saying that he had 5 days to get with the owner and have a value in front of us to approve for his cleanup of the property and the willingness that he was going to handle the cleanup himself. I received an email yesterday from the property manager stating that still has not heard anything back, or the owner still has not heard anything back from his estimator. I've discussed this daily with him, but I can't get an answer. The property manager also wanted to say, I understand that you'll still have to take appropriate action based on the condition of the property. So at this time, I think the city, or I certainly feel the city, has gone above and beyond on the legal aspects of notification. We've been far more tolerant with this owner than we should have in many cases, to err on caution. So at this point in time, with the property and the debris that's still there, I would request permission to award a contract for cleanup on that project and hopefully have it done before the weekend arrives, so it's cleaned up before the Christmas season.
Okay. Having had this discussion also with the city attorney and knowing that we have, as you say, gone above and beyond, trying to work with the owner of the property, I would make the motion that we authorize cleanup of the property located, I believe it's in the rear of 212 South 6th Street, or is that the address?
It's actually the address.
That is the address, okay. I make the motion that we authorize a cleanup of 212 South 6th Street.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of ordering the property cleanup, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. It passes on a vote of 3-0. As far as, do you have anything else to include in your report?
I have one other item on property at 1480 Holland Street was condemned about a year ago after a fire event that occurred there. The property owner has requested that the condemnation order be lifted so that they can continue to do the repairs. The property owner did last year apply for a building permit to do the corrective work. Permit expired in April of this year, and without them realizing they had to have a new permit. But they are about 80% complete on the property, having it remodeled. The owner came in yesterday and did pull the new building permit on the project. The taxes are current on the project. They are showing good effort and getting it remodeled up to a level so that it continue to be habitable. So I would request the condemnation order be lifted from that property, and we work with the owner to get the repairs done.
Are there any questions for the building commissioner?
No.
I make the motion that we authorize the lifting of the condemnation at 1480 Holland Street.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor of lifting the condemnation at 1480 Holland Street, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. And now your report in its entirety. I would make a motion that we accept the building commissioner's report in its entirety.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. Thank you, Bill. Code Enforcement Officer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Before I get into the notice to appear, you have in front of you my weekly report. Do you have any questions?
None for me. No questions.
Okay, one other question. Mayor, have you had an opportunity yet to speak with City Attorney Randy Head concerning the letter that State Representative Bill Friend had sent me?
I have discussed it, but we don't have a final answer.
Okay. All right, moving on. Notices to appear. I had 4 notices to appear today. It doesn't appear that any of them showed up. Just prior to the meeting this morning, I did go out and re-inspect the 4 properties. 2 of them, the property owner has satisfactorily cleared the properties up. That would be 1126 West Melbourne, and the other property would be 614 West Linden.
Okay, the West Melbourne does not appear on this report as ordered to appear.
You're right. 126 West Linden should be 1126
Okay, 1126 West Linden,
West Melbourne. I'm sorry about
1126 West Melbourne instead of 126 West Linden?
that. Yes.
Okay.
I came in yesterday on vacation and did that in a hurry, and I apologize.
Okay, so 1126 West Melbourne has been cleared?
Yes, it has,
Okay.
along with 614 West Linden.
Okay, so there's 2 left, 1000 Van Tower and 619 West Miami?
Yes, 619 West Miami. This house, it's the first time I've ever dealt with them, although I think it's been an ongoing problem. They have partially cleaned it up, but not satisfactory.
That's the 619 West Miami?
Yes.
Okay.
There's still a large pile of scrap wood. It just looks like end pieces of wood that have been cut up.
Do you have photographs?
I don't have them with me, no. I have photographs.
They've been properly notified?
Yes, they have.
I would make the motion that we authorize the cleanup of 619 West Miami.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion? All in favor of authorizing the property cleanup of 619 West Miami, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. 1000 Van Tower.
1000 Van Tower. This has been an ongoing problem since I've held this position. This is probably the at least the fourth or fifth time that I've notified them about various trash problems in their yard. I do have pictures. I don't have them with me. They're with the report in my office. I checked it this morning, and there's still, there's a toilet trashed alongside the garage, a large pile of stones, a patio door leaning up against the house, a trailer with debris on it, and a large amount of scrap metal.
They've been
siding
properly
at the
notified?
rear. They've been properly notified. I did talk with the owner, Doug Hines, who lives out of state, and he assured me he would talk to the people who are renting it and have it cleaned up. That was over a week ago, but nothing has happened.
I'd make the motion that we authorize the property cleanup at 1,000 Van Tower Drive.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion or questions for the code enforcement officer?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0.
I'd make the motion we accept the rest of the code enforcement officer's report.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded to accept the report in its entirety. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. Thank you. Board of Public Works.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dan.
I respectfully submit my report for the Mount Hope Cemetery and also the Logansport Street Department. We have been very busy last week. As you can tell, we go in a small way assist all the cleanups on the properties. We do put barricades up, and if they need something, we help them. They're doing a great job. Our office has had like between 5 and 6 calls commending the city for cleaning those up, and we tell them to call the mayor's office. That's where it starts. But it is a positive move, and things are looking good. We are starting this morning over at Trelleborg, assisting the contractor. We started in the front at 8 o'clock. So we're looking forward to getting that in an orderly manner.
All right, thank you. Do you know how many, the grand total, the number of burials that you've had so far this year?
Yes, I do.
Somehow I knew you would know that.
170, and that doesn't include this week. We have 5 so far this week, and I think 2 more are coming in.
So that puts us at 177
Right.
at the end of the week.
Yes, sir.
And where were we at last year in comparison?
110, 115.
Total last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, very good. Any questions for Dan?
I'd make a motion we accept the superintendent of public works report.
I would second that motion. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. The Chief of Police is not here. Fire Chief Strong, you have a report?
With the guys being here and with the year coming to an end, I'd like to say how much I appreciate their help this year and achieving a lot of goals with the fire department. Both of the buildings that are in use with the fire department are looking so much better, and the guys did all the work themselves, and they can be very proud of that. I'd like to tell Steve Sullivan that I appreciate him, and good luck with his retirement. Congratulations, Rob. I got a call from the president of Local 396, and he just went on and on how much this lady appreciated your help, and she wanted to see you being recognized, so I appreciate that. And I know any of these guys would have done the same thing and have done things like this in the past and haven't been recognized. It's nice to see that getting done now. Mayor, I appreciate that.
You're quite welcome. Honored to do it. Any questions for the chief? I realize this is not part of your monthly report, and that'll come later, but thank you very much. I would make the motion that we accept Fire Chief's verbal report as presented.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. Are there any board member comments?
No.
Hearing none. Visitor comments? Nobody? Okay. Miscellaneous business, including matters not already considered.
Motion to adjourn.
Uh,
Second.